Hello, vintage outboard motor fans. This is T-Mike here in South Louisiana, making another video today. Today's video is going to be how to change a starter rope on a TN-26 5 horsepower rewind starter. I'm going to show you a few T-Mike tricks that might help you to get this starter rope put back properly. So if everybody's ready, here we go. Alright, so here's the rewind starter. I'm doing this restore, and I got it started, and I got outside in the barrel and pulled a few times on it, and it broke loose inside of here. The spring's still good. The spring didn't break, but the rope broke, and the reason it broke is because it's too short. Alright, to find out the proper length of your rope, you should look up in the owner's spec manual and tell you the proper length, and it'll also tell you the number of turns that you need to turn it clockwise to get that length sucked back in. But I can tell you right now, the way you start an outboard motor is you put your hand on it and you pull the rope, and if you pull the rope further back, as far back as you can go this way, the rope should be long enough. This rope is too short. It stops right here. It should go back further. So I'm going to replace it with a rope long enough that stretches as far back as my hand can go. Alright, which is about 6 feet. Alright, so the rope I'm going to use is 5/32. Part number is 0772577. So to get started, I'm not going to cut the length off. I'm going to take the end of this rope, and I'm going to show you a T-Mike trick to make sure that it doesn't ravel on you. You take your lighter and you heat up the end until it's almost melting. You let it cool a little bit, and then you do that a couple of times. And it makes the end just as pointed as can be. Alright, so now I got my rope. Pull out a good length of it, as far as I can stretch from my hand, outstretched hand there to back here, which is about 6 feet. That's going to be about what we need. Alright, now the tricky part is to rewind this starter and tie the rope in through this opening and tie it through this gap right here. So to do that, I got me a C-clamp. That's just the right, this C-clamp is just the right setting to reach in here and grab it and hold it once I get it rewound. Normally it's about 12, 13 rewinds. Again, the manufacturer spec will show you. And I'm just going to start turning it sideways. That's one. That's two. That's three. That's four. When you finish, you want this thing lined up with the opening, right? So your rope can go through there. I got about four, and it's the string. The spring is super tight. So I'm going to back it up right about here. That was 4.5, 5 turns. Back it up to right here, and I'm going to put my clamp on it. Right here. And that holds it in place. Okay, now I can do my work. I'm going to take the lighter burned in, come through here, and I'm going to feed it through the wheel up to the opening. Okay, now the T-Mike trick. I got me a couple of washers here. I'm gonna run the bigger washer first, then the smaller washer, and then I'm gonna tie me a knot. I'll tie my knot. I grab the end of it with my pliers, I tighten it, get behind it with pliers, cinch it up, make that knot tight where I want it to do. Now, with the washers where they are, when I pull back, the washers keep the knot from going through. Hope you can see that. The washers. T-Mike trick. Alright. Now I'm going to spool out plenty of wire. I need to get to about right here, so I'm going to take me a magic marker. And see if it'll pull in that much. Be careful when you take this off, it's going to recoil. Let's see how much I got. I don't know if you can see or not, but it reaches all the way back to my shoulder. And it recoils in. Alright, so now I'm going to take my magic marker. I'll mark it right about there, which is where the rope is going to end up, right? I'm going to cut it and then I'm going to add my handle, which will make it pull back a little bit. So once again, I'm going to pull out a little length of rope, and then I'm going to lock the wheel in place. Now, I'm going to take my lighter and I'm going to heat that rope where I'm going to cut it. Alright, kind of keeps it from fraying. And then I'm going to heat it again. Cool. I'm going to take the handle was on there. Pull the old rope out. Put the new rope in. I'll tie me a knot, just like I did on the other end. Oh, I forgot to put the handle in. My bad. You got to put the handle first, then the metal guts. Clamp off, and the rope sucks it all the way back in. And that's how you change a rope on a TN-26 5 horsepower 1950 Johnson. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Here at T-Mike's Vintage Outboards, we're doing it one motor at a time. Please click on subscribe. I guarantee to provide weekly videos. Au revoir mes amis and laissez les bon temps rouler.